Hi everyone, and welcome to Lab 4 Oscillations. So, our big idea, we are going to observe the motion of a mass oscillating vertically on a spring. The motion of the spring mass system is which the mass springs in an arc while oscillating on the spring. So as we saw in the edX videos, the professor had a mass on the spring system which was moving up and down. And so we are going to observe one that's going to move in the X and Y or vertical and horizontal directions. So just to further explain, here are some of the fundamental principles which we are going over in physics right now. Newton's second law, the momentum principle, and also the forces and how a mass moves on the spring mass system. Also, we are going to compare the predicted model and the observed motion of the mass and plot the energy changes. So we're going to convert our data over from tracker over into GlowScript, and then we are going to get graphs that show us our energy plot. So more fundamental principles, so the vertical spring mass system, the properties of strings, and also our energy principle and diagrams. So here is my tracker video. For the sake of the lab, I had it sped up a little bit. But from that, we got our spreadsheet data, and as you can see that it oscillates up and down as time goes on, and here's all my X and Y position data. So moving on to my code, first we had to calculate our spring stiffness and L, and for the values I got for spring stiffness is about 6, and for L I got 0.05725. And here's my math. And moving on to the rest of the code, first we have to calculate our system energies using K, U, G, U, S, and E. And I did mine for a while under 9 seconds because that's how long my video, or rather, I took data. After that, we had to calculate the gravitational force, which is ball times mass times gravity, F spring, which is the K, is the stiffness times S and L hat. Also going on to calculate our spring force, net force, and then moving on, we calculated our momentum principle using the ball velocity plus F net ball dot M times delta T. We update our spring force, calculate the energy changes, which from delta K, delta UG, delta US, and delta E. And then lastly, we plot those curves into our GlowScript model. So here's my visual. So here's my visual. I know it's far from perfect, but my blue ball does exhibit the motion that I got from my tracker video. I had a little bit of an issue connecting my red ball to my blue ball, but it does exhibit the same motion from my data. So lastly, to what if for your model system is the energy principle satisfied? I would say yes, just because from my graph, the energy stays at 0. So because there are no external forces other than the spring, the change in energy, or rather the change between kinetic and potential energy remains at 0. So that is the entirety of my lab. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.